Hey, y'all won't believe who I pulled from the skate floor today. Please let our viewers know what is your IG.
My Instagram is Real Goddess Selections. No, Creations.
Creations.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to double check that now.
Well,
Select the creations.
Yeah, the email is Selections.
But creations.
It's Creations.
It's big deal.
You scared? You know?
Am I supposed to be?
No, I'm saying we know it to you. Like
I
you
don't
scared?
come in that version. I don't come in that version.
Oh, man.
Microphone.
Oh, yeah.
I got you.
I'm nervous. I
Nah,
feel like I'm in the interrogation. It's different when the snitch behind the camera. On camera is different. I'm in the interrogation room.
It's like secluded in here.
Got my chair back so I
Look,
can
most
see y'all.
rooms be colorful. This one just black.
Black is
Black
best.
is red.
Black is the best.
Hey, so, a lot of people don't know. I'm kind of like, what's the white guy name that interview all the rappers? That know all the information?
Vlad.
Yeah, I'm kind of like him. Because I've been in the skate community forever. I'm like a ninja. I'm like the fly on the wall. But I don't have no enemies. So I made a point never to have enemies. Now,
That's good.
I'm going to tell you how long I've known you. I've known you so long, I remember you used to work here. And Little T-Smooth used to run around. And I used to come and say, hey, can you get them boys from running around? You're like, what am I supposed to do? And that's how I met T-Smooth years and years and years ago. When we used to come here, because how old is T-Smooth?
He just turned 22.
Okay, so him and my oldest son are a year apart. So that was around the time that I used to bring my oldest son up here. He was like 5, 6 years old, somewhere in there. And you know, you was doing your thing back then. We also know that you ride motorcycles. You know, do you still ride?
I sure do.
You still ride? Okay.
I sure do. When this weather get better, I'm gonna be pulling up.
I've been around. I know my history. You know what I'm saying? I know my history.
What kind of bike you got?
Kawasaki.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she got cross rocking now.
Ninja, okay. My
Yeah,
kind of
she got
bike.
cross rocking.
Kind of bike.
Yeah.
She got cross rocking. So look, let's get to the meat and the potato.
Oh my gosh.
So let me ask you this: how long have you been in the skate community?
Since 2005.
2005. Okay.
I moved here in 2007.
Okay.
And actually, I didn't know where I was moving when I moved here. I moved to Decatur and walking distance to Golden Glide. And that's where I started skating.
That's when you started. So you started at Golden Glide. Okay. Okay.
Well, no, I started back home in Rivergate.
Okay.
But then I moved down here and just started hitting Golden Glide.
Okay, because it was so close to you.
Yep.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. So let me ask you this, because you've been a manager at a skating rink. How is that? Because y'all make it look easy, but I'm sure the stress level is good sometimes, bad sometimes. Like, you know, how is that working in a rink?
I'm gonna be honest. Any manager position is contingent upon all the managers. When you have a good team, managing is very easy. It's when you have one or two people who don't cooperate, it makes it bad for everybody. For me, fortunately, I was able to run things the way I saw fit. It was no issues. It was pretty simple. And yes, I worked at this particular skate rink for 5.5 years.
Yeah.
And
You work with
skate
Randy
garden.
them, right?
Yes.
Okay,
You see,
okay.
he's easy to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. I've
He's a
been around.
He's a very good manager.
Yeah, I've been around a while.
So how was it raising T-Smooth?
How was it raising him?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never stopped. That boy still got energy. I said, if I could just bottle just a little bit of it, take a shot every morning, I'd be all right. Because he is on go all the time.
You took my energy out of me just asking me
Oh my
about
goodness. Oh my goodness. I mean, you like,
just about him in particular. He is the same guy.
Yeah.
He is. To me, he's still T-Baby. Like he said, he's been doing it for a long time. He come to skate.
Yeah. So how
You know.
old you had him skating? Like what
Okay, so yeah, he came here at 5.
At 5, okay. Wow.
And what you see him doing, he was doing that when he was 5, and that's what made it good for me. Because actually, how I got the job is I didn't even apply for the job here. We was coming here to visit, and everybody would come up. I was buying kids skates. If you know, if I had seen a little child that looked like they doing their thing, I buy them a pair of skates and teaching the people how to skate. People want skate lessons, and then they was coming asking for me, and I didn't know because they thought I worked here. And so the manager at the time,
Where the lady
Sean, yeah, they were like, where's she at? And he was like, he came with me a shirt. He said, you don't know, but you work here now because they looking for you. And I'm like, okay, give me that.
That's
kid.
crazy. That's crazy, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
But you know that shows how you can give back to the community, and then the community will give back to you. Like, you know what? Let's go and just give you some money. Let's go and put you on the clock for everything that you're doing.
And I
you
really
just giving it out, just from your heart.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how I am. So raising, back to your question, raising.
One with that. Is he like T Smooth? He the only child, or
Oh.
you got brothers and sisters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do the OG.
Hell, one of the brothers out there now. He was
Two
got
of
money.
them. Two of them out
I
there.
seen the oldest one.
Yeah.
There's two of them.
Cause she
out
got a
there.
little grandbaby. I told her I know what be going on.
He is the baby out of 5. And he has
Yeah.
4 older brothers, all boys. And it wasn't challenging raising him at all. I'm an active mom. I was at mom, I'm gonna be there with my sons. We do everything together. We play basketball together, we skate together, we wrestle together. Whatever we do, we're real close.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like having to raise them. You want to cultivate them, so
I like
actually
that.
I used to start off and I raised them to be fearless because I have sons. I have all sons, and by me raising them by myself, I want to make sure they are young men. So I didn't keep them like, oh, you failed. And we did a lot of daredevil stuff.
Exactly.
Actually, they started out in rollerblades when he was much younger. And I was that crazy mama that's pulling them on the back of the car through the park.
Yeah.
Let them go down the hill and you land where you land at. And they love it.
Yeah.
But that teaches them to be fearless.
Yeah.
Keep pushing. So all of them act like him.
Oh wow. That's what's
They
up.
all,
I like that.
wow.
Now I want to personally know, what is the secret to not aging? Because I met you 20 years ago and you ain't aged in 20 years. The only thing that has fluctuated was weight. That was like 10 to 15 pounds.
You've been paying attention. Because you are exactly right. And I'm just rebuilding now. You are exactly right. And that's exactly how many pounds that I shed off every 3 months. You're amazing.
I told you, I be around. I know what be going on.
And I'm just now putting it back up. I'll go from 137 to 127. And I'll fast for 4 weeks, shave off old body fat because I'm into fitness and wellness. And then I put back on.
Wow.
It'd be scary how much I know.
True ninja right now.
He may be the one you might need to ask all the questions. I don't even know why he asking me questions.
I told people, I said, I know my people. I said, because I was like, you know who that was? He said, who? I said, that was T Smooth. He said, really? So, but yeah.
That's good to have OGs around that was here. When we was here, the last time we was here on Monday, I asked my son and I said, look around. I said, who do you see that was here when y'all was skating? It's just a handful.
Yeah.
But all these is new people. It's so different now.
Totally different. Well, because everybody branched off some, Cascade, the Golden Glide, when they, but most people went to Smyrna. So, a lot of the OGs went out there. And they won't come from out there either. If they out there, they stuck.
Yeah, the older.
I still go there everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So,
the skating community, I will say, some of my identity have depleted a little bit, y'all. So it's good to have people out here that remember me from back in the day. I used to be able to get out there and do my kind of skating. And
What happened?
so happened,
slow down. That's what it is.
not entirely. What happened is me and my son's skate communities have merged. So I'm not goddess anymore. I'm smooth mama.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So
That
I
makes a
can't-
difference, right?
It makes a difference. All that backpacking you see, I was doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
But now he done grew up. He can do all of him.
You can't be in there like that. Hey, what your mom out there doing, man?
It's different. It's different. So my identity done changed up. Now Mama Smooth. Mama Smooth. Mama Smooth. I'm okay with it. But it has changed my skate dynamic. So everybody out there, he's on tour. He in London. He overseas right now for the next 2 weeks. So hey, backpacking is on. I just backpacking. But I got about 2 months for backpacking. I went to Cascade and backpacked twice.
Backpack season the back.
I can backpack
It's back. Until you get back.
Until he get back.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But I'm proud to be his mom. And I'm proud of all my sons. I'm glad that they're all still skating. All of them are still skating. As he mentioned, I have grandchildren. They skating. Got them in the skating. Yep.
Yeah, I see baby girl with a little skates on. I said,
Dallas.
okay.
Dallas
Coming
Stanley.
on through. Another generation. Ain't never wrong
It
with that.
is. Mm-hmm. So what these questions you got for me that you don't know? Because if you've been around, and
Nah,
let me,
I've been throwing my questions out there.
but you know so much. What question could you have? He even know my weight fluctuates 10 pounds. Nobody knows that. I bet you my sons don't know that.
So look,
Amazing.
I'm trying to think now. What question do I
You know
have?
everything.
Yeah.
That's how you know people. Their integrity, how they changed over the years. You know, still the same
you
person.
kept me 100 the whole time.
Yeah.
I can't say you kept me 100.
We know. So, you asked the question, I'm gonna merge them together, about you aging. I am into fitness and wellness. I raised my sons vegetarian. I raised them all vegetarian.